Republicans are gearing up for a first-of-its-kind midterm convention in Dallas. The RNC will hold its convention in downtown Dallas in September. Fox 4's Stephen Dial spoke to the head of the RNC about all the plans. Stephen.
Republicans hope to gain momentum heading into early voting for that midterm November election. And while a location for this one-of-a-kind convention has not been announced, I'm told by top Republicans that they are eyeing the American Airlines Center.
If we're going to defy history and win these midterms, we got to do things a little bit differently. The president had the idea of doing the midterm convention to kind of highlight all the great things that he's doing, and so we're pumping it up like a Trumpapalooza.
President Trump and Republicans from around the country will descend on Texas as downtown Dallas plays host to a first-ever midterm convention this September. Typically, the party that controls the White House loses seats in Congress during the midterm. I spoke to RNC Chairman Joe Gruters about why they are doing this.
Some would say Republicans are on the ropes right now. President Trump's approval rating is the lowest it's been. Gas prices, while they have gotten better, they are high. And with the recent ceasefire news of this week, oil prices going up. What do you think Republicans have to do to flip that narrative by November?
Listen, I think we just have to focus on the president's agenda, what he's done, what he wants to do. And people soon forget that under Biden, we had over 9% inflation. Prices were sky high. And when this president got elected, he went to bat for the American people, really the American worker. And sometimes you're not going to see all these results overnight.
Gruters did not confirm exactly where the convention would be, only saying downtown Dallas. But sources within the Republican Party told Fox 4 the American Airlines Center is a top choice.
We've given details to all the states for them to try to get their delegates ready to go. But it is going to be just absolutely amazing.
We have to win here. We have got to listen to the people of North Texas. We've got to make sure that the policies we're talking about meet their needs.
One of the biggest races this midterm is the Senate race in Texas. Democratic nominee James Talarico was in Dallas this week and was asked about the Republican convention.
So I hope when some of our national leaders are here in town that they will show up to volunteer at places like this so that they can see up close the disastrous consequences of their policies.
Recent polls show that it's a tight race. Things could change. But is this also going to be sort of a pep rally for Ken Paxton, too, with you guys having the convention in Texas?
I spent a lot of time with Ken Paxton recently. He's a MAGA warrior. He's going to do a phenomenal job. I'm not worried about Texas because he's already proven he could win Texas. He's won a couple of times statewide as the Attorney General. He just won his primary by a couple 100,000 votes against an entrenched incumbent. He is a MAGA warrior. Texas is ruby red. And at the end of the day, the matchup that we want is favorable to us.
Now, there's still a lot of planning going into this, still a lot of unanswered questions. One thing we know for sure, President Trump will be here, likely speaking in prime time, and Ken Paxton will be by his side.